this whole journey kind of started back in about July of 2015. I came in for an annual physical to my family physician, and I felt good. The next day I was planning to fly to New York City and was very excited about it. And as we went through the questions that you typically are asked in a physical, one of the things that came up is, well, what changed? What's changed in your life? And I just said, well, you know, I'm over 50, I've put on a few extra pounds, and maybe I'm a little more tired than I used to be, but I really feel good. And the doctor just asked again, you know, tell me about this feeling tired and what changed. And we kept coming back to that. And the only thing that had really changed is I felt a little more tired when I mowed the lawn. It was 95 degrees, but oh my gosh, I'm over 50, so wouldn't that be expected? And I do have a history, my dad had a history of heart disease. And it started in his 50s. He'd had some early heart attacks in his late 50s. So I rather expected at some point in my life I would have to deal with that. So the doctor suggested that I have an EKG to just establish a baseline. And again, I felt good. So at the clinic, ran down, had an EKG, and I knew something was not right when they escorted me back to the doctor's office, and it turns out that I had already had a heart attack. I already had something going on, but we just didn't know what. So they sent me right up to Prairie Lakes Healthcare, and I was able to meet with Dr. Garcia like within an hour. It was so fast, it was so seamless, I just didn't have time to really think much about it. He double-checked the results, ran the tests here, and found the same thing. So we knew it wasn't the equipment, it was me. And so from that, we scheduled an angioplasty. I didn't even know what one was. So I called my girls and called my husband and said, you know, I love you, everything's good. They do tons of these every week, every day. It should just be very non-eventful. But I told my husband, but honey, you need to come up and be here. And he said, well, I'm in the wheat field. Can it wait an hour? I'm like, no, come soon, or as soon as you can. And he did. And of course, our kids are grown, so they were out of town. And I asked my older daughter, could you just help me reschedule our trip to New York City, where we were going to meet and just play for the weekend? And of course, she thought right away it must be something pretty serious to have to reschedule that. But I assured her, oh, you know, we'll do this and probably just do it again another couple weeks. And so we went in for the angioplasty, and what we found, I think, surprised Dr. Garcia, and it certainly shocked me to find I had 3 arteries that were about 97 to 99% blocked. So he finds this much blockage, and of course, had I been airlifted to Sioux Falls, I probably wouldn't have made that trip. Had I flown the next day to New York City, if I made it up in the air, I probably never would have landed alive. So Dr. Garcia is my hero, truly, truly my hero. And beyond that, you know, I think of here at Prairie Lakes Healthcare, it isn't just that you see a doctor. What this became for me was 3 stents, a little bit of some recovery time, trying to lose some weight. Shedding 20 pounds helped a whole lot. I feel great. I eat healthier today. It's a whole way to treat heart disease. It isn't just medicine anymore. It's diet, it's exercise. And one of the things I took advantage of was the cardiac rehab. And they're like a family. Cardiac rehab is just that family of support people to help you learn how to do a better job in your life. You know, you don't have to be a victim of heart disease. You can choose to improve it. I choose to work a little harder because I want to reverse it. And what I've come to learn is that 35 is like the new 55. If you have a family history of heart disease, talk with your family practitioner. Find out if you should be having an EKG or what changes you can make in your life. Had I started exercising as hard as I do today, if I just decided, you know what, I'm going to change my life tomorrow and just make it better and start this exercise program, I could have killed myself. So once again, ask your doctor, and they call it an annual physical because it should be an annual physical. So really important, don't put it off.